sharing, learning from one another. Get a Be Better health plan from Beacon and get simple and affordable medical benefits so you can build a better team. Call 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more information.
Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
And this is the network news for today, Thursday, the 9th day of September 2021. I'm Odette Campbell. In the headlines, TA Mary shows staff and faculty in sorrowful mood as one of their students listed as Grenada's latest coronavirus victim. Health Ministry mulling options as to when to transfer COVID-19 patients from the Sister Isles to mainland care facilities. City Centre crawling to a standstill as large numbers of businesses are forced to shut their doors. British priest visits Grenada with what he believes to be a relic of the old rugged cross. He'll be speaking with GBN's Christelina John. Coming up in sports, Grenada's Andre Fletcher named in Windy's squad for ICC's Men T20 World Cup. Around the globe, we stop by in Guyana where an ultimatum has been issued. We'll tell you about that. We'll bring you details of those and other stories right after this message.
Are you a small business and would like your business to grow? Do you have an event, products or services that people should know about? Be wise. Advertise. Book your spot on GBN Shopping Guide. Be part of Grenada's biggest advertising medium, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Call our sales department now on 440-2446 or 440-3033 or GBN plus the number sign. Email us at sales@gbn.gd. Special conditions apply.
And we open tonight's newscast on a very sad note. It's been another day of heartbreak for a Grenadian family. The Ministry of Health had the arduous task of informing them that their teenage daughter succumbed to complications related to COVID-19. 18-year-old Rihanna Bruno of Calviny died at around dawn this morning. Across the world, the virus has spared no age group, and slowly the picture is also being painted here in Grenada. GBN's Christelina John has that story.
In a message to the college community from the management, it states, and I quote, "It is with deep and profound sadness that I inform you of the death of a social science student in her second year attached to the School of Arts and Sciences and Professional Studies." The message further said that the young lady's mother confirmed to officials at the T.A. Marisho Community College, TAMCC, that her death was due to COVID-19. This latest casualty brings the country's death tally to 15. COVID-19 has affected across a wide age spectrum. In the U.S., most of the people who died were 75 years and older. The second most affected category was people between 50 and 75. 23% of the deaths recorded were people between 18 and 29, with 9% below the age of 18. Presently, there are 37 people hospitalized here on island and 135 new positive cases reported. The Delta variant is believed to be the variant affecting the country. 3 cases were confirmed in the month of August. Christina John, GBN News.
I spoke earlier today with one of the very close associates of that young lady, and the family is indeed heartbroken. On behalf of the entire management and staff of the GBN, we do extend our condolences and wish you God's grace as you try to come to terms with this latest development. Moving along, health administrators continue to juggle priorities as the coronavirus dynamic unfolds. They have expanded the care capacity of 10 to close to 60. Beverly Telesford has this report, which highlights the most recent steps taken by the Ministry of Health.
A 9-bed isolation unit was initially set up at the start of the pandemic last year to add to the isolation rooms, which were added in what was the hospital's private block. However, the number of people who require hospital care has increased. As a result, health administrators saw the need to expand capacity for the treatment of persons who have contracted the virus and require medical intervention. According to Director of Hospital Services, Dr. Carol McIntosh, the General Hospital can now accommodate up to 55 persons in isolation.
We had to convert the lower level of the general hospital to our isolation ward. We had to move our pediatric ward upstairs into another ward and distribute our patients accordingly so that we would have the entire floor. And as I stated before, that can allow us for a maximum of 49 beds. And if necessary, we can increase that further. So we have increased our number to try to just stay at least one step ahead in preparation for if there are any need for hospitalization.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele says it's a continuously evolving process.
If you're familiar with Princess Alice, there's a male and a female section with the administrative and casualty A&E in the middle. So on one side, we have turned that side into COVID, to treat COVID patients. And the other side we have crunched in male and female together there. That will continue as best as possible based on the load. Karaku is different. Princess Royal is different. There are accommodations there to house someone, but the decision to transfer to General Hospital will be made as best as possible much earlier.
On Wednesday evening, the Ministry of Health announced another COVID-19 related death. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
The union representing healthcare workers is concerned about what will happen if Grenada's coronavirus sojourn is a long one. Ms. Daisy Hazard of the Public Workers Union says nurses, doctors and other healthcare providers are already being stretched thin at this early stage. On Tuesday, members of the public stood in line for lengthy periods as they attempted to access testing centers at the National Stadium. However, they were later told that the staff were overburdened from previous days of extended shifts and they could no longer provide the service, although it was previously scheduled. Ms. Hazard says this is a worrying trend which calls for an urgent conversation.
Because the union has this responsibility to not inflate or to create further chaos in a situation that is already chaotic. But where we cannot speak with the relevant authorities in privacy, we are forced to come out to the public because our duty of care to the workers and to the public does not allow us to remain silent on everything. What we would like to be able to do is to sit with administrators and devise a package of benefits for these workers.
Burnt-out employees on one hand, as we heard from Ms. Hazard, while some workers are left at home with nowhere to go. That's because of new regulations which have limited the number of businesses which are allowed to operate. The Ministry of Health is trying to stem the coronavirus tide. Rena Pear was out and about in the city today. Let's see what she found out.
It's just past midday, and this is what the town of St. George looks like. The doors of many businesses have been closed since Monday. While supermarkets and pharmacies are allowed to operate fully, some businesses operate on an appointment-only basis. A few weeks ago, operations in the town would have indicated a bounce back in the economy. Today, some call it a ghost town.
It's poco. The week whole time I sleeping, I just wake. The week stores was open, things are a little better. But when the store closed now, it's tough. It's tough. At least they could have bring the coffee at 7 o'clock, no problem. But when the stores were open, people want a little medication, a little pad, a little this, a little that. They could have the 2 stores open.
Most days I come in town and I make $1. Even worse, they close down all them Indian stores in town, so nobody in coming in town.
Look how much waste I have to throw this morning. That's ridiculous. We poor people and everybody making $1 how they could. It's very hectic for the sellers and them in this time. Pandemic time, very hectic.
It ain't no sale. No sale going on here in town today. Not today, but the place closed down, so nothing much going on over there.
Grenada's second wave of the coronavirus pushes active cases up, surpassing the 1,000 mark, once again affecting the livelihoods of many. In recent days, the Ministry of Health advised the population to refrain from traveling unless it was necessary to curb the spread of the Delta variant in Grenada. The revised emergency regulations listed some businesses that would be allowed to remain open. The spectrum mainly covered organizations in manufacturing, healthcare, and related services. Vendors are among those feeling the pinch.
Rovers, we need help. How you survive? No place no breaking, nothing no happening. We don't come in and just beg you for nothing just so. We go and climb skin of tree, we go and climb mango tree to look for $100. We don't break in no place. We just asking Prime Minister to meet everybody, please everybody. Just give us a little, blind on the street, just to make a little dollar to survive, please.
The police have to be a little more lenient with us, a little more lenient. I mean, we know we need some social distancing, sanitizing and so on. How much people would come to the market? I rather have my own little line on the sidewalk, enough store closed. I could block out in front of a little store and have a little business going on for the day still.
From 5 p.m. Friday, no one but essential workers on duty are allowed to leave their yard space until 5 a.m. Monday. The same applies to the following weekend. This was announced by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell at his last address to the nation as one of the new protocols stipulated under the COVID-19 regulations. Standing in the tongue of St. George, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Thanks, Rena, for that update. Well, in the midst of the doom and gloom, people latch on to religious symbols. There's a visiting priest who has some interesting news to share. He has been speaking with GBN's Crystalina John.
Grenada may be considered blessed as one of the first countries to have the reliquary being brought to it. This piece of instrument is of sentimental value, especially to people of the Anglican faith. It dates back to the early 15th century. It is described as a fragment of the original cross on which Christ died. Custodian of the relic is Father Charles Reynolds, who is presently on island.
I thought it would be wonderful to bring it to Grenada. It's quite an unusual object to see for anybody, but to bring it here was a great opportunity. And as it happens, so it came to the UK in the 1860s, and this is the first time that it's been out of the country. So this is the first place that it's come to visit since then. And by tradition, by pious belief, it's thought that this is a small fragment of the cross on which our Saviour died.
Father Reynolds is Bishop Commissionary of the Windward Islands and parish priest in the UK. He has been coming to Grenada for the past 9 years. He explained the design, composition and significance of the cross.
And you'll see that contained within the metal cross, the metal container like a frame, there's a carved wooden cross inside, and that's carved, it's minutely carved of cedar wood, and that has different scenes of our Lord's life. And in the center of the cross you can see the crucifixion itself. And beside Christ is St. Mary and St. John. And the lower portion of that cross, the shaft of the cross, there's a little piece of darker wood inserted into it. And that's the relic itself. That's the piece of the true cross. And then around the edge of the cross, the wooden part of the cross, are the four evangelists. And the reverse side is just as minutely carved as well. There's the baptism of Christ in the middle, and it's at baptism that Christians receive the sign of the cross on their forehead. So that links to Christ on the cross. Either side is the Annunciation, Mary and Gabriel, and above are two of the apostles.
Citing the challenging times we are now faced with, re the COVID-19 pandemic, he believes it's time for people to give their lives to Christ. During his stay on the island, people will have the opportunity to view the cross via a Zoom platform. Christelina John, GBN News.
Very interesting story there. We thank Christelina for sharing with us. This is Network News. Coming up, a group of students on a positive track with island living and island learning. Do stay with us.
Grenada Electricity Services Limited, GRENLEC, advises shareholders and other stakeholders about the postponement of its 62nd annual general meeting, originally scheduled for Thursday, 16 September 2021. The decision to postpone the meeting follows a change in protocols for gatherings as a result of community spread of COVID-19. GRENLEC urges you to continue to do everything in your power to keep yourself, your family members, co-workers, and friends safe. GRENLEC apologizes for any inconvenience caused by the postponement of the annual general meeting and will provide further updates.
Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank. Across Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, Flow has been the leading telecommunications provider for decades. As we continue to work for you, we are modernizing our fixed network and transitioning all customers to our latest technology. By the end of 2021, the new network offers customers faster speeds, better quality, and a more reliable service experience with faster fault detection and repair time. Upgrading to the new network is free. Just visit any of our retail outlets. Look out for sales agents in your community. Call our virtual store at 444-3569 or send us a text via WhatsApp at 407-3569. Remember, as we transition to our new network, we are simultaneously shutting down our older network. To avoid service interruption, arrange to make your move to the new network as soon as possible. Flow, committed to connecting our communities.
The Grenada Bankers Association wishes to advise the public that effective Monday, September 6th, 2021, the opening hours for all commercial banks, with the exception of First Caribbean International Bank, are now as follows. All banks except FCIB, Monday to Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. FCIB St. George's, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. FCIB Grand Dance, Monday to Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. A further notice will be given on amended opening hours.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Courts, we're doing our part, and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe, and shop online at www.shopcourts.com.
For added convenience, our Courts online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances, and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online, and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
5 lucky customers are enjoying free drinks, free electricity, free fuel, extra cash account, free internet, cable, and data, all for 1 year. Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year big promotion. With just 2 draws remaining, you can be the lucky winner in August and September for property or vehicle insurance for 1 year, free cooking gas for 1 year, and the big free groceries for 1 year. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Sol Gas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola Grenada Bottling, Grenlick, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny, and Supreme. Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year big promotion.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
We've gone through a season of such darkness in this world with COVID-19. We've seen such terrible sadness. We've seen global death. And now we see a light in the tunnel with the vaccination programs globally. And, still the light is not totally bright. But I want to tell teachers it's a great time to be a teacher. It's a great time to be an educator. I want to tell children it's a great and a wonderful time to learn. And I think God has given us an opportunity to be in a different kind of learning space. And I think that we should take all opportunities that we have as we move into a new academic year, 2021 to 2022. I want to wish everyone the best. I want to ask God's blessings on our education sector. And I look forward to great and marvelous things coming out of all of this, even after COVID.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank.
Welcome back. Living in the islands does have a calming effect. A group of students here will treasure island learning after a summer internship program at Jessamine Gardens. Their communications officer, Rhea Murray, tells their story.
Interns completing the 2021 Caribbean Institute for Sustainable Island Living summer internship say they are grateful for the quality learning and hands-on experiences now inspiring them for the future. The interns began the program at the Jessamine Eden Farms on July 12, focusing on plant science, soil science, and apiculture or beekeeping. In a combination of classroom and in-the-field experiences, the interns learned the proper technique to collect and test soil samples for nutrients present, propagation techniques, plant management techniques, and apiary management. Jessamine Eden is home to over 135 species of medicinal herbs and 22 types of palm trees, and the interns researched and learned to identify many species. Speaking of her experience, Ebony Naomi Sylvester, a St. George's University student pursuing a bachelor's degree in marine biology and wildlife conservation, says she is inspired to take a more environmental track with her studies.
I want to venture more along the environmental path, learn about nature. I'm already doing a course called International Natural Resources Issues, which explain more about the environment. And I want to pursue environmental studies, to be an environmentalist or a consultant, basically to speak out for nature.
20-year-old Jaim Lee was the youngest intern in the program. He spoke of his future plans.
I have a small family plot that I plan to extend.
And what are some of the things you want to grow?
A few short crops and some of the medicinal plants. And I also learned from here.
Anil Sampson says he now has a greater appreciation for the hard work and processes that go into creating results on a farm. He looks forward to sharing his knowledge.
I learned a lot about the soil, the different texture, and how to take a soil sample to test for the different substance in it. I learned a lot about the environment with the moon cycle, the water cycle, the water table. I've learned a lot and I can educate others in terms of caring for the environment, the ways we can save plants.
The 6-week summer internship climaxed with a self-development session titled Social Skills for Pleasant Interactions on the Job. The session, facilitated by protocol and etiquette training consultant Alice Thomas Roberts, covered a number of topics including emotional intelligence and teamwork for success. At the end of the program, CICIL founder Dr. Valma Jessamy announced a scholarship award to Ebony Sylvester for her semester tuition at the St. George's University. Handing over the check was Advisory Board Director Mr. Jerry Edwin. Formally launched Earth Day April 22, 2009, CICIL is a non-profit organization whose mission is to empower Caribbean people to live well in harmony with the environment through education, advocacy, and community engagement.
Sections of the population are hoping to get the blessed assurance that Grenada would indeed flatten the COVID-19 curve. That's the focus of tonight's GBN Health, sponsored by Gittins Healthcare.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Bengal, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Global lockdowns were ostensibly initiated to protect the general public and flatten the curve of COVID-19 infections. Some believe that the introduction of a national lockdown in 2020 was effective in containing the spread of the deadly COVID-19 virus. To the contrary, experts argue that the national lockdown policy may well have been one of the biggest public health mistakes ever made. Members of the public harbor divergent views on this approach.
I find we should have a lockdown because if we have a lockdown, it will be better, more curve, and the easing of the COVID will go back down.
Somebody on Facebook says no lockdown. So much people suffering from the last one. We need to listen and learn to live with COVID-19. It's here to stay. Lockdown to do what? Cripple the economy more? No more.
This subject has certainly sparked robust debate, something psychologists believe is very healthy. Since healthcare workers are involved in in the direct care of patients, they also face overwhelming psychological pressure, which can lead to various mental health problems. Permanent Secretary for Hospital Services, Hannah St. Paul, says this has been taken into consideration.
Because at this time, we realize that psychosocial support is a critical aspect, not only for our patients in allowing them to accept the disease and the disease pattern, but also our health team, family, friends, and the community as well. So our action plan for psychosocial support, partnering with the Ministry of Health, has been activated, providing the support to persons who have been tested positive and also to our health team that is out there in the field, providing the testing services and all that is needed, having to go through the process of witnessing death day in, day out.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele believes the denial syndrome is one of the inhibiting factors.
There are a significant number of our population that are in denial, even when COVID positive sometimes. What worries us most on this is sometimes these individuals seek other forms of medication, home remedies, etc., and wait until it's too late to actually finally call on the health system or the hospital or the ambulance to get there. And at that point, there's not much that the team at the General Hospital or in the community can do.
Health experts have reiterated the need for increased interpersonal communication to help minimize depression and anxiety, loneliness and despair, which are often associated with difficult times such as the pandemic, which is affecting countries worldwide. For this week's GBN Health Update, I'm Krista Campbell reporting.
And still ahead, our look at regional and international developments. There's an ultimatum being issued in Guyana. It's been issued on both sides. We'll tell you about that. Plus, coming up in sports, the highlights of the action-packed CPL T20.
Hello, everybody. I have got some exciting news just for you. Grenada is on the road to Dubai Expo 2020. Now, I know the pandemic has slowed us down just a bit, but this is your chance and your opportunity to showcase your business, products, and services to Dubai and to the whole world. So be a sponsor and jump on board. You can contact the Ministry of Foreign Affairs at 536-9818 or 440-2640. You can also pitch us an email at internationalbusinessgda@gmail.com. Grenada is on the road to Dubai Expo 2020, and you do not want to miss this opportunity. So see you there.
5 lucky customers are enjoying free drinks, free electricity, free fuel, extra cash account, free internet, cable, and data, all for 1 year. Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year big promotion. With just 2 draws remaining, you can be the lucky winner in August and September for property or vehicle insurance for 1 year, free cooking gas for 1 year, and the big free groceries for 1 year. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Sol Gas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carrot Brewery, Coca-Cola Grenada Bottling, Grunlick, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny, and Supreme. Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year big promotion.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Let's get tough on breed larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all people, 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all farmers, please don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell it to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop breed larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report breed larceny, call 300.
How will you react when you win?
Get ready.
Because the next Waggity Virtual Bingo goes down this Sunday, September 12th. So we're gonna make it a September to remember. And this time you can win $10,000 US. Tickets are only US $10. But hear this. If you're playing for the first time, your ticket will only cost $5 US. Whoa, that's amazing. Players in Grenada. Tickets are available at gotofed.com or from any numerous box offices island-wide. All overseas players, remember, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Join the fun online and let's make Sunday, September 12th, a September to remember. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. It's so simple and easy to play.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, Flow has been the leading telecommunications provider for decades. As we continue to work for you, we are modernizing our fixed network and transitioning all customers to our latest technology. By the end of 2021, the new network offers customers faster speeds, better quality, and a more reliable service experience with faster fault detection and repair time. Upgrading to the new network is free. Just visit any of our retail outlets. Look out for sales agents in your community. Call our virtual store at 444-3569 or send us a text via WhatsApp at 407-3569. Remember, as we transition to our new network, we are simultaneously shutting down our older network. To avoid service interruption, arrange to make your move to the new network as soon as possible. Flow, committed to connecting our communities.
And welcome back. The need for increased vaccination levels is a major talking point in Grenada and other Caribbean islands. The chairman of the Grenada movement has added his thoughts on the subject.
Given the experiences of other countries and the science which was lauded to be followed, there were errors, according to chairman of the Grenada movement, Dr. Patrick Antoine, that should have been avoided.
Unforced errors means, for instance, that we already know in Grenada there's been a concern about consultations with everything. It's not new. And all that COVID has done is that it's exposed people's desire to be consulted. Let me tell you that I monitored one of the consultations, and I have to say that it left a lot to be desired. It was a situation where you went to sit and to be told.
The government of Grenada embarked on a series of virtual consultations with key stakeholders as part of efforts to drive greater collaboration in the campaign against COVID-19. Grenada and other Caribbean islands continue to grapple with the resistance to vaccination. Dr. Antoine advocates for careful analysis to determine the root causes and map a strategy to address this.
And we've participated in another study elsewhere where, for instance, there were 5 or 6 causes of hesitancy. And we approached each of those based on what the root cause, the word is root cause, of that hesitancy was. We still need to do that. So our perspective is that these unforced unforced errors that we ought not to have made, because we see what's happening around us, and we knew with certainty that COVID was not going away. We said it. We should have put these things in place so that we don't have these things happening. That's what I mean by unforced errors.
TGM's chairman said individuals and policymakers must take ownership of these unforced errors, noting the lack of adequate bed facilities for COVID-19 patients from March 2020 to April 2021.
Similarly, we still haven't provided for families where people can't self-isolate. And there's so many instances where people are said to stay at home, but they have a 2-room house or a 3-room house, and there are 5, 6, or 7 of them. Now, we know that it's being done for the police officers, but so many other people now, with the explosion in the number of positive cases, find themselves vulnerable.
The expansion of the General Hospital's capacity was completed on Wednesday. Director of Hospital Services, Dr. Cara McIntosh, confirmed that they can now accommodate up to 55 persons in isolation. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
And now it's time for our visual feature. Tonight's ISO report featuring a sombrero. Let's zoom in on the lens compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Hey, September is just around the corner, so let's see.
Book list, check! Bag, check! Tablet, yes! Doctor, check! Eye check!
Clear Vision Eye Center is offering all students a free eye examination.
For the holiday?
Yeah, man, and they have the best prices on glasses. I hear they have glasses as low as $450.
But you know it's only for 1 month.
Boy, let me go, I can't miss that. Clear Vision Eye Center, keeping students focused so that we can see the world with a clearer vision.
Our ISO reporter this evening says she was reorganizing her parents' closet when she came across this straw hat. She said it brought back a lot of memories to her childhood days when these hats were popular. Our ISO reporter says she was always fond of her parents dressing up on Sunday afternoons, decked off in their straw hats as they visited relatives throughout the village. We do thank our ISO reporter for that submission. And remember, you too can join the visual conversation. Send your photos and videos to 405-3052. This is Network News. Stay with us. We bring you CPL action if you were not able to take in the game live today.
It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Borrow up to $10,000 for all your needs. School supplies, staycation, home renovations, appliances or furniture. You can have it all with a summer everything loan. With competitive interest rates and same-day approvals, you can't beat this loan special. Not a member? Join today to get onto this exciting offer. It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Apply today and take advantage of this exciting offer. Visit the nearest Communal branch or call us at 440-1755 for more information. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, news, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Well, good evening, sporting fans. Teddy Bishop scored a magnificent match-winning century which guided West Indies Rising Stars on the 19th to a sensational victory over England Young Lions in the third match on Wednesday. Set a target of 240, Bishop showcased his tremendous skills with the bat, as well as powers of concentration and ability to cope with the pressure to make 133 as West Indies scored 241 for 8 of 47 overs. They won by 2 wickets with 3 overs to spare. He faced 117 balls and hit 24s to control the run chase. His century came off just 85 balls and included 15 fours. He carried on until he was the 7th wicket to fall with the score at 227, just 13 away from victory. Bishop shared a crucial partnership with vice-captain John Federica for the 5th wicket, which took the score from 118 for 4 to 191 for 5. That was before De Pisa was run out for a patient 21 of 51 balls. This was Bishop's second top-class knock in a row as he followed up the equally brilliant 97 not out from 104 balls in the previous match on Monday. He spoke with commentators after the game.
So we're here with Teddy Bishop. Teddy, magnificent innings today. How do you feel about it?
I feel really great, to be honest, and most important, a win for the team. I think this innings is really special to me, my first international 100, so it's really special.
Alright, so you got 97 on Monday. I guess you're very thrilled to have triple figures today, and then you took the team to a victory. How do you feel about that?
As I said, it's important to get a win for the team. So the bowlers did really well today, and the batters back it up in the end, so really happy with the team performance.
Just a follow-up on that, this is your first international century, a youth ODI century. That must be a special feeling.
Yeah, obviously, it's a great feeling, to be honest, getting my first international 100 against a top side like England, so I'm really happy.
During that innings, you never really relaxed. What was your thinking during the innings?
Just to keep taking it over, getting the runs, hitting the ball in the gaps, and just keep my partner in the game, just speaking to them.
So what does it mean now? We have a victory, the series is 2-1. What does it mean for the team and the overall series going ahead?
Yeah, I think we can take a lot away from this game here with this win, so hopefully the boys can reflect and come back stronger next game.
Alright, good luck in your series, Teddy.
Thanks.
And now we're moving on to athletics. We're keeping tabs on Kirani James, and he is hanging up his boots for the season, just for this season. He ended the Diamond League journey as well as the 2021 season with a second-place finish in the 400-meter finals in Zurich. The race was judged via a photo finish as American Michael Cherry held Kirani to the line with a millisecond time difference in what was a thriller of a race for spectators and athletic fans around the world. Cherry ran a time of 44.41 seconds, Kirani 44.42. Trinidadian Dion Lendor placed third with a time of 44.81. Kirani, in his return to track after his encounter with Graves' disease from 2017, made history for Grenada in the recent Olympic Games, capturing his third Olympic medal. He's the only quarter miler to have consecutively won a medal at the last 3 Olympic Games, and now he has a full suite of medals: gold, silver, bronze. Congrats to Kirani James. And now we are going back to cricket. It was another tough day on the field for bottom-of-the-table Barbados Royals, who faced off against defending champions, the Trinbago Knight Riders. Carrie Pear captured 3 early wickets as the Knight Riders, having won the toss, chose to field first. The Barbados outfit was further restricted via the spin bowling of Sunil Narain and Akil Hussain, both taking 2 wickets apiece, as the scoring was snuffed to a paltry total of 93 for 9. Trinbago Knight Riders comfortably reached 99 for 4, jumping to the top of the CPL table as Hussain smashed 2 sixes for victory. Here are some of the match highlights.
Then Webster fell to a good catch, a safe catch by Lintott.
Monroe kept going, finding the boundaries on either side of the wicket in partnership with Darren Bravo. A tough chance for Jason Holder. Those just have to stick. Unfortunate boundary for Darren Bravo and just a tickle down the leg side. But this was a sharp catch, well taken by Holder. And Joshua Bishop got the first wicket of his spell. And Tim Seifert found the boundary through the offside. Opportunity for Naim Young to take a catch, but he grasped it. And how costly would that be? Well, not too costly. Very soon after, the second wicket for Joshua Bishop. And then 2 sixes to finish things off from Akil Hussain over deep mid-wicket to bring the victory for the Trinbago Knight Riders.
The action continues right after this newscast with St. Lucia Kings playing Jamaica Tallowers. I'm certain it's going to be a very tall order there. You can catch the action live on GBN television and K105. And now we're moving on to more cricket. This time we're going to tell you about the World Cup squad. Grenada's Andre Fletcher has been selected for the West Indies squad for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. The marquee event will be played in the United Arab Emirates and Oman. It starts on October 17, completed on November 14. West Indies are the defending world champions and only 2-time winners of the ICC T20 World Cup, winning in 2012 against Sri Lanka at the Permasa in Colombo, then 4 years later in 2016 against England in Kolkata. The West Indies now have the opportunity to create further history by becoming the first team to win a hat-trick of ICC T20 World Cup victories. And of course, that tournament running there from mid-October to mid-November. And that takes us to the end of the Sporting Line this evening. And we started off in Guyana, where the advisory is relent or we strike. It's the message to the Education Ministry from the Guyana Teachers Union. Strike action is being mobilized. We get more from Travis Chase.
We are not illiterate. We are not illiterate.
saying that the Guyana Teachers Union has had enough of the lockout or removal of teachers from schools because they are not vaccinated or do not have a negative COVID test, among other pressing issues. Several teachers, along with the GTU, picketed the Ministry of Education head office on Wednesday.
Because as educators, we are ready to work. All we're asking you to do is to lift the restrictions.
Coretta MacDonald, General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union. Teachers and other government workers who have not taken any COVID-19 vaccine are being asked to produce a weekly negative PCR test at their own cost. That approach, the union says, amounts to coercion.
And now you're telling me I am not worthy to stand in the class. They are ungrateful, and we shall overcome.
The GTU warned the government that if the government does not relent, the union is prepared to strike.
But in the meantime, we will say to you, we are not hostage in our own country, and we will not be moved until Priya Manik-Chand decides that she is going to get her colleagues to pull from the gazetted order.
Also sending a warning is the Ministry of Education that monies would be deducted from teachers' salaries for days not worked.
Until Priya Manik-Chand decides that she's going to speak to her counterparts at the Ministry of Finance to honor our obligations, we will not retreat.
Public schools across the country reopened on Monday for face-to-face learning for nursery and primary level students, and the Ministry of Education indicated that there was a high turnout. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Challenges all around. We move now to Antigua, where there's a call for countries in the Americas to emphasize vaccination of pregnant women against COVID-19. The call is coming from the director of the Pan American Health Organization. We get this report from Shandakisha Francis.
PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne is urging the Caribbean to prioritize pregnant women. She says pregnancy is particularly a vulnerable time to a woman's immune system, leaving them at higher risk of respiratory infections like COVID-19.
We know that if pregnant women become infected, they have a higher risk of developing serious COVID symptoms and more frequently require ventilation and intensive care, as compared to women who are not pregnant. They also have a higher chance of delivering their baby early or prematurely.
The current statistics of COVID cases in pregnant women throughout the region are a cause for concern.
So far, more than 270,000 pregnant women have become sick with COVID in the Americas, and more than 2,600 of them, or 1% of those infected, have died from the virus.
Vaccination, a very thorny issue. That takes us to the end of the One Caribbean Hookup this evening. Recapping the main points in the news this evening, T.A. Marisha Community College, their staff and faculty, students and faculty in sorrowful mood as one of their students is listed as Grenada's latest coronavirus victim. Health Ministry mulling options as to when to transfer COVID-19 patients from sister islands to mainland care facilities. City centre crawling to a standstill as large numbers of businesses are forced to shut their doors. British priest visits Grenada with what he believes to be a relic of the old rugged cross. In sports, Grenada's Andre Fletcher named in Wendy's squad for ICC Men's T20 World Cup. And around the globe, we stopped by in Guyana where an ultimatum has been issued. The teachers are saying withdraw legislation or else. And that is the wrap on tonight's Network News. Stand by for live CPL cricket action. I'm Odette Campbell. We'll see you again tomorrow.